Welcome to Kĩgongona program. I am Jao Gĩkũyũ from NGS, and today we are looking at how greedy people in Kenya get bribed to enable infiltration and even the foreign programs, because the leaders we have today in Kenya, most of them, they are not aware that we have the extermination programs from Europe and the US, because it doesn't mean that we are third world and we are competing with those countries. No, we are not like that. People in Kenya don't know the right history because we don't have anything of our own. Even the things we are using, the constitution, we are having a lot. But then we need to align ourselves, because it doesn't mean there are problems or Kenya is poor or such. No, it is not like that. But we have lost people who have been sinning and they cannot be able to stop sinning, and they will be terminated. Because now, the span is over. We are in the 21st century, where the radiation started falling since Moi Kibaki's time. And Moi Kibaki was a good president. And from all the presidents who have been there in Kenya, it was only Jomo Kenyatta who was knowing now the presidency in depth, because for him he was in dark commission. Like the way you read the Bible and see people like Jeroboam, the way Jeroboam was approached by a prophet and told he will be a king, even Kenyatta was knowing that he will be, because Mount Kĩrĩnyaga is where God is dwelling, the creator of all. And you have to remember, you cannot be able to know God just like that when you are not inducted, because it is not humanly. You are even elevated, you are transformed. You even come even to know the other realms, the spirit realm. When you die, you don't vanish. It is an advanced life. You will have a new body. The deal is not about your body. You are there as energy. Your body is a shell. Everything is energy. You forever be there. The soul is eternal, but then the soul is not documented or known in depth. For us in NGS, we are now documenting the soul. That's why you see maybe now partner with the university with the research, and when people come to realize, and the way I have told you, even the Kenyan doctors, when you circumambulate Mount Kĩrĩnyaga, because it is for real, God is dwelling there. And like the way the earth is doing, even the others planetary, you have a lot, because you have 7 universes. It is not known in depth, because people are trying to use human means to navigate the universe, but the universe is not physical. Creation is founded by mentalism. We have 7 principles, and in the 21st century it was prophesied that now guy will change the order of things, and that's why you have seen a lot of changes. But remember, people are doing things because of being enabled. It doesn't mean that even that the countries which are having nuclear can harm us. Like, no, Kenya is not like other countries. Let me tell you, Kenya, there are metaphysical things at that mountain. Mount Kĩrĩnyaga, it is not the ordinary mountain, it's metaphysical. It can even take you to China without using that, without the use of plane, without that space, because you have other altars. Mount Kĩrĩnyaga is the only natural one, because now even that, the way it was formed, it was a star from the outer space. I have told you the Kĩgongona program, and you can also go to yamobi.com, a very good site. This mountain is protecting us. The Ark of the Covenant is there. Even when the attacks are, planned, even people wanted to overthrow the government since the times of, the Jomo Kenyatta. For him, he was knowing he would be president. He was knowing from 1928. That's when he was commissioned. When he was in London, he was not ordinary. He was even emitting radiation. Let me tell you, Kenyatta, for real. Kenyatta was knowing to the highest comet. Jomo is that star. Aikoyo know the astronomy, because there is a cosmology. Aikoyo, when people are created in communities, and Aikoyo are the first ones to be created. And I'm telling you, this is not political, because perhaps for you the only matters, are political matters, but those are not benefiting our nation and help us to grow. It doesn't mean that the success is at some point. Everything is God-given. It's not about the time or space or gravity. People who are talking about God, they don't know God for real. They are useless for real, because they are not commissioned from a real Kĩgongona, from a real art. For you to be transformed, there need to be rituals of that mountain, and your brain will be transformed. You'll be having other programs. You'll be able now to be able you'll be not to be ordinary, and you'll be elevated. Your body will be elevated. You'll be of Kĩgongona. The reason why Jesus Christ was performing miracles, Jesus was not a son of God. There is no aspect of gender. God is not male or female. God is not having children. It is not, it is not like that human. Europeans are criminals who have, even lied to people, killed people, even editing the Bible for people now putting shenanigans. Guys dwelling at Mount Kĩrĩnyaga, not Sinai, for real. And I'm telling you, Islam is okay. Muhammad was here in Kenya at Mount Kĩrĩnyaga. Even Prophet Moses, who you read from the Sinai, it is here in Mount Kenya. For they were here, and they were black people. Even Abraham was black. For you don't know the black history because you don't know criminals at G7 how they saw and documented, but then they did not benefit them. It was not meant like that. Money is fake. For real, money is fake. Money is using natural numbers, and natural numbers are not of a country. Numbers are not from the US. They want to because they are written at papers. They are printed by human beings, and the coins are minted. Others are digital. But there is nothing somewhere natural which can be shown and told it is money. And then they are saying that their numbers are higher than ours. No, a one in Kenya is a one in the US and a one in everywhere. They are not poor countries. It is not about the things. People who are now talking about the things, they are useless. They can't even know the cosmology. So they even kill each other just because of the other things. They won't know the purpose of creation, why they were created. They won't achieve nirvana. They will have a lot. When you don't align yourself with the purity of the creation and follow the order, because creation, they are the natural laws, you would benefit. And for me, I'm telling you, if you want to benefit, remember, you have to be loyal. And there are things which are sacred, which you should not fight those things, because they are like that. Someone like Mzee Jomo Kenyatta, he was a good man, he did great things. So when you try to bring political things, you won't benefit, because you not be knowing him well, for real. Because for you don't know things for real. You don't even have a scholarly path. For you just, rely upon political shenanigans which are not helping you. Good politics is nonsense. It can't help our nation to grow. Even the parliament, they are stepping at the national flag, stepping at the color of God. Black is for Guy, black is for Kĩrĩnyaga, and that red is for protection. It's a psychic color. It is not ordinary. For you don't know colors are in depth. And the green one, it is for Mau Mau. They had a covenant in 1948, let me tell you. And when you die, you don't vanish. You'll be at earth. You'll be everywhere. There is not that space. Because creation is not even physical, like some people presume. It is not actually because of the things, the way you classify. Don't start out of living. Those are shenanigans to lie to humanity. But I'm telling you, cosmic changes in the 21st century. Now people will discover and realize the supremacy of Mwenenyaga, who abode in Mount Kĩrĩnyaga in a spiritual dimension. Imperial seat of majesty, and Mwenenyaga will kill those corrupt people in Kenya, because they cleanse the government. The government of Kenya will be cleansed, because actually, let me tell you, it doesn't mean that human beings are doing anything. They are doing things because of being created. So when you want to understand things, it's about Mwenenyaga of that Mount Kĩrĩnyaga. Nothing else. Life is about Mwenenyaga of Mount Kĩrĩnyaga in a spiritual dimension. Let me tell you. And now people realize the supremacy of divinity. And divinity is also involving ancestral spirits, community, all tribes or communities are created by God, given their own things. A lot of things which are very pure. In Kenya, we have a lot of tribes you can benefit even from the research. You have our own things. But then people are even discussing, you should also change your name. Because even before you change it, also change the order. Start with the African name, because that European name is not your name. Those are shenanigans. So when you embrace the African name, you will benefit, because even naming system, it's not evolving the cosmic energy. Don't call yourself with a negative energy, because you won't benefit. Someone will be having a problem with the psyche. It's deeper than you know. Because for me, I'm telling you, I don't have an inferiority complex. I was captured after completion of my university studies by Mwenenyaga. I had the voice. I became transformed. When I was starting, I was rolling. Let me tell you, and now I got used to it. When I want to ask anything, I use my brain. I even hear the voice. When I sleep, my dreams are not ordinary. At some point, I'm finding myself with Mwenenyaga and asking questions, interacting directly. I know even how Imperial Seat of Majesty looks like, even where guy is dwelling. Now that dimension, because there are other lives. When you die, that's when you realize life was not only on earth. Because even when you die, you can even navigate that earth. Because the earth is at a globe, one globe, just one, orbiting the sun, which can make people kill each other. But then, life, it is because of being enabled. It's not you. You are there because of being created by Mwenenyaga, who abode in a mountain in Kenya. And for you, you will see now Kenya will be a superpower in the 21st century. And you know those political things will help Kenya. Now people will start realizing their wisdom, because even you know the Luos were in England, they made the Stonehenge. Even Luos should seek compensation of the Stonehenge, because these are their heritage. Ayakwewa are in Palestine. They are, they are the ones who meditated Jerusalem with Mount Kĩrĩnyaga. That's why I have seen people have been fighting for Jerusalem, because after when angels are activated, there happen magical things, because people can do because of the other outer forces. So some evil people use the spirits because they have other rituals, Freemasonry, but then it is abominable. Those are fake things. Europe things won't help Kenya. We need to scrutinize our nation, our constitution. We start by writing God's law, Guy law, because it is there. And because we need to align with the opinion seat of majesty. And when we do this, we will benefit a lot. And I've told you my proposal. And you can go and listen, because we need reforms. And I'm telling you, for me, I have angels every time. I'm like a guy. There are rituals performed to me. I was tested with death and I passed. So I made Guy happy. And I'm telling you, Guy in a personal capacity. I can see with my own eyes. I can hear the voice at any time I want. So for me, I'm a student of Guy. I learned a lot of things, and I've told you a lot of things. Go to Kĩgongona program. You will know a lot of things, even benefit a lot, because not everything, if it is documented or at school, you don't just need money. You need a lot to survive. Even when you are sleeping, it is not the money which determines you will wake up the next morning, because you're not attached to it. You are born naked, but for you have attached yourself to the other things, and that's where the problem is coming from. And for you are waiting for God to bless you at some point, but you are in a creation. Everything is about God. So it is just that people don't know the right concept of God, even in school. So even the education, the Ministry of Education need to scrutinize the Ministry of Health. It is so risky. Even buying medicine from Europe and the US, there are extermination programs. People should embrace the art for them to discern the creation. I'm telling you, don't think people are like the way you see them. No, you have criminals and evil people who can fake at cameras, kill kids, do a lot. They even fad homosexuality. Even in Kenya, you see the Supreme Court allowing the registration of such names which are not aligning with the natural laws. It is unfortunate. That's why you see people can't ban them, even the parliament, because even they should remove that flag. You should not step at the flag. It is unfortunate to do that. This nation was liberated through bloodshed by Mau. That flag, there were rituals performed before it was given to people. It is only a flag which is psychic, not ordinary. Kenya is not ordinary. For real. If you want to know Kenya, come to a seminar. We have them in 4 locations also, because I have told you a lot. You can benefit. I will train you about the Kĩgongona, how to activate it. There is a lot. Because when you start realizing, embracing Guy, that's when you will benefit. You will benefit a lot. And after you die, you become positive spirit, and become angel. And let me tell you, it's another life. You will be somewhere. So you never vanish. So let me tell you, wherever you are, do good. When you do evil, you will pay for it. Let me tell you, for real. Thank you very much.